curious, curious about some things. Curious questions while I sleep, I guess. The one thing I've been talking about graphene. Coming from the graphite and dark matter. Yeah. Pollen. The one question that came to my mind this morning. I know a lot of people don't believe in hell. It's not really a place of purgatory. I'm just wondering. A lot of people. Someone posed a question on SciShow YouTube channel, and does dark matter make planets? And I'm just kind of curious on graphite. Does graphite come from dark matter? And what if hell is actually not underground underneath us? What if hell is a real place? If it actually comes from outer space, and graphite comes from dark matter, that it comes from hell. And so, going back to my creatures theory about Enoch, and they were splicing genes of animals in humans and animals in humans with the graphene, liquid graphene. Because remember, you can't, the purest state of splicing and getting it down to a pure state. It was something to do, it was the graphene in the blood and the human and the animal blood for gene splicing. And how do you get splicing? How do you splice genes in their most simplest state? You liquefy it with technology, but in occult rituals as well. And I'm just posing the question because I haven't heard anyone say it, that what if the graphene actually comes from, or the graphite, well, graphene comes from graphite and graphite. What if graphite actually comes from dark matter? And that could come from another planet or somewhere deep, but what if it actually comes from hell? And so that's why when you make the creatures of these blessed genes, they're all full of the corruption and they're all evil. And they're here to deceive us. And so this gene splicing is still being used with graphene underground, underneath, in the secret military bases. Let's keep my eyes closed, I'm trying to sleep. But what if it is going on, and that is what it is that's really going on, I should say. And so it is going on. And so I must ask themselves, well, that's why these movies are symbolizing the graphite and the graphene, this slimy substance coming from outer space. It's always been the graphene. Symbolizing because graphene symbolizes corruption. And where else would it come from other than dark matter? Is dark matter, and why are we on the quest to find dark matter? Why is NASA and CERN especially obsessed with dark matter and trying to find what holds dark matter together and how to break the wall down of dark matter so we can see what is on the other side? I think they already know what's on the other side. It's just a matter of time before all hell breaks loose on this entire planet. And they just want to open up the pits of hell as we know it before time is up. Because I think time will be up then for sure, no doubt. And it will be too late for the human race, because I really started to believe Almighty Creator. However you identify Almighty Creator as, is that Almighty Creator has given us over to a reprobate, and clearly dark matter is still really represented as, we also, I believe, human beings also have dark matter in us that that's why the scientists, when he did that test, dark matter brought out the darkness in us. And I'm just wondering, God, Almighty Creator, is just giving us what we actually want. We want our own darkness. We want the darkness. We don't want the light. And so that's why things will begin to get worse in this world. Because really deep down, all human beings really, we all just want our own darkness. We all just want the darkness. And we also confuse darkness for light. And that's just a part of our fallen nature in general. And so, where does this leave us as a human race, a species? It just leaves us for our own doom and destruction. And where we end up, that's where we are. That's where we are. We're all really just wanting our own doom and destruction, our own darkness. And that's where we are going. Just like graphene. You read, they put it in Neuralink, they put it in the devices. I wonder what it's gonna do to the entire human race. As if it's not gonna change our DNA or something. Shall find out, shall we? I don't want to find out for my own DNA sakes, because I really just want to keep my own DNA. Really. If you want to know the truth, I don't want. I really don't. Yes, my human nature craves darkness, but people don't ask the question, do I want darkness or do I want the light? And I think I would rather have the light at the end of the day, because the light has the truth. The darkness really doesn't have truth. It just repeats itself. Basically, it's insanity. The darkness is, but the truth is the only thing that reveals the light. And the light is just truth. There's no darkness in the light. And so, one must conclude that one must ask themselves the question, and so many don't ask, do I want the darkness or would I rather want the light at the end of the day? So many are not asking the question. That's why I believe a lot will go wrong in the end and have their DNA fully converted into something it was never supposed to be. Something different, something totally opposite than natural, because I believe all of our DNA has Almighty Creator's name written on it. And once that's destroyed, what do we have? How can Almighty Creator even recognize a being that doesn't have his original DNA on it? Just letting you know where will we go wrong, honestly, without it. No. Where will we go wrong? So, where would we go wrong? Concluding Dark Matter 35. I think I will be playing some soothing piano music. Give me one second. me sleep for the remainder of the time. My relaxing, dark matter. Dark matter, dark matter, dark matter. And the darkness that's really in us all, because I believe every human being on this earth has dark matter. Light and darkness. And that's why I do believe that's why dark matter, especially with the experiment with the scientists and the dark matter, and just like as I'm sleeping here, the dark matter was laid right beside him, and it was manifesting all the darkness in him. So really, I believe all human beings have dark matter inside them as well. But then again, like I stated, the darkness doesn't reveal truth, it only causes chaos, but the light reveals truth. So even as human beings, yes, we may want darkness, but at the end of the day, the light is more worth it. So, this is why the light is more worth it to me. Dark doesn't, yes, it may show itself for only what it's done, but it doesn't have truth. Dark matter, darkness only has chaos, just like alchemy. And when they add darkness, it's just chaos, just like the top molecule, the top element in the alchemical chart, the alchemical table, like I said, with the evil consuming the good, the blue bloods consuming the good, the Kabbalah, the snake. I was talking about it earlier, and then I remember when I was out at a store somewhere and I had seen some video, and I had seen something with a video represented as chaos, and I saw the serpent consuming itself. And so no, it wasn't that Taylor Swift video. Even though she's like, she's chaos. She's like dark matter, she's chaos. So chaos, darkness versus the light. And many are really choosing the darkness. Yes, that's fine, because it's your own destiny, your own choosing. Don't you really you'd rather have the light and have truth? You know I would. I don't think I could live with myself if I was living for a lie. That's just me though. Whatever floats your boat, I guess. So everything, it will unfold. All truths will come forward. All lies will be shown for what they truly are. Everything hidden in the dark will be brought up to the light, because light only reveals truth. It doesn't hold lies. It gives clarity and meaning. The only things that are dirty are the dark. The light is not dirty, it is clean. And that's why it's so light. So watch me sleep for the remainder of the time. Night again. That will conclude my dark matter. Darkness. Just remember, We all have darkness and light. We have, I don't believe we create it in ourselves, it's already there. That's why it's so much easier to have a bad thought and think a bad thought versus thinking something good. Think about that. See how easier it is to think of something bad rather than something good, or to even do a good act. That's just a part of our fallen nature in general. Just know that. Know that. And know what I said, that dark matter only manifests the dark matter in us all. It's just part of being human, We're in this fallen state. And the light is the only thing that comes forward and can give us hope and truth. This I believe, this I know, this I know, this I know. This I know. And so, just think about it. The matter we have in us, and the dark matter that's even in space. And now I'm starting, I could be right, I could be wrong, I don't know, but I believe it's probably even where the graphene and the graphite, graphene extracted from graphite, but graphite comes from, is the dark matter in space. And probably from hell itself, because darkness and darkness only coexist in one of the worst places I could ever think of, and that would be hell itself. And that's why when you put chaos into something, it turns really monstrous or demon-like, demonic. And it's like that old show, Amazing Stories, where he would take the liquid and pour it over magazines, over the photos, and they would come out and they would look like people, only to be evil, full of the corruption of the liquid. Because even like graphite or graphene, it can mimic you, talk like you. It's not you, it's nothing good, it's just birth. And corruption is just corruption. Take that. Take that. Dark matter in us all, but the light is the only thing that reveals the truth. Nighty night. Nighty night. Fireness. Dark matter, graphite. Meditate, pray, find the light. Find the light. And so, in the end, you'll know what to do. You'll find what you are looking for. And it's only found in the light. The light is the only thing that is true. There's nothing else in this world, it's only the light. Once you find the light, you have everything. You have everything you need. That's it. Nothing more. Graphene coming from the dark matter, coming from the universe, coming from hell itself. Dark matter only manifesting the dark matter in all of human beings. I don't know what that is. Huh? Night night. Very nice, very nice, very nice.